Greetings, everyone. My name is Ava. For those of you who are new here, welcome. Today we have a question from Josh, and Josh wants to know, well, he says, this world is feeling less and less safe every day. I worry about food shortages and how to take care of my family. How do we ensure our safety in this world when we are experiencing so much political, economic, and social turmoil in our 3D reality? Well, good thing we have DiYeena. Let's see if she can help us figure this out. How do we deal with all of this seemingly turmoil, and what does it mean to feel safe in the world, and how do we do that? I'm going to go out and I'll put you in touch with the Pleiadians. Greetings, everyone. This is DiYeena of the Pleiadian family. And we are here, we like to say, to bring the love. To bring the love, you see. So we are here bringing the love, and we have a question here about feeling safe in the world. Feeling safe in the world, you see. So this is a very important question, because what you all the humans on this world, you see, have signed up for a very important job, you see. And they're coming into, many of you are not used to being in such a dense environment, meaning in the 3D. Many of you are used to being in a higher dimensional frequency where the feelings of the love are a lot more your common day experience, you see. So you really felt the need to come in and assist in this time, because many of you are familiar with what it means and what it looks like to support a world that is going through an experience of split timelines, you see. And so because that is the situation on the earth, many of you come to support, because it is can be a very polarizing experience for very many of you. So we like to say you are all the brave ones here in the bodies, you see, all the brave ones. So in the physical world, in the three-dimensional reality, a feeling of safety is actually of utmost importance for the human experience, you see. And we are very aware that there are many of you humans who are not feeling a sense of safety in the world. And we understand why. Because in the physical form, there is not a perception of safety, you see. There are many abusive situations, and there are many, even if you are not in an abusive situation, you can see the state of the world right now, and it does not feel very secure, you see. So then what to do, you see? Then where to go, you see? So what we like to say is we first have to understand what is the safety? Why the safety? Why is that so important? You see, what is it really creating, you see? So when we are feeling safe in the body, what happens? And we can breathe again, right? We can feel like the breath. And what happens when we breathe? We feel the expansion. So then what does that mean? It means we are back in resonance. We are back in circuitry with creation, with the circuitry of life, you see. With the inhale and the exhale of consciousness, you see. We are in the flow of the consciousness when we are able to take the exhale, you see. And that's the feeling of safety, you see. So if we cannot not always rely on the outside to provide that exhale for us, you see. So we have to get good and creative of how do we create the safety from within, you see. How do we create the safety from within? Because that is really the only reliable place to get the safety from, you see. So we feel the breath, you see. And we just start there with the breath, you see. Just breathing. Does it feel safe to breathe, you see? Just noticing, am I feeling safe to breathe? Is it safe to breathe? I am safe to breathe. Does that make you feel anything in your body? If it does not make you feel anything in the body, like, oh wow, I really do not even feel safe to breathe, and we'll come to that, you see. But if you feel safe to breathe, you just take a few deep breaths, you see, and then you find a place in your body that feels safe, you see. Maybe it is your heart. Maybe it is in your belly. Maybe it is in your smile. Maybe it is in your eyes, your ears, or your pinky finger. Whatever place you can go to that you can find the safety, you see. And for those of you who it is not safe to breathe, You can do the same thing, just scanning the body to see, is there a place anywhere there that I can find a little bit of that feels like a good, safe spot to be. Where I'm pretty sure nothing is going to happen if I just am right there just for a second, you see. Let me just be there, you see. And if we cannot find it, then we can start by looking around and finding something outside, and maybe something that we can hold until we can regulate a little bit more, you see. Until we can find that in our frequency, you see. And then we can find the breaths, and then maybe we can find this one little spot on the body after a while, you see. But it maybe is a little bit of practice for some of you who are having a hard time even feeling safe in the body, you see. But this is the real way, you see, because we do not know what is going to happen in the world, you see. So what I'm hearing in the underlay of the question also is, you mentioned the food, you see. And in your 3D reality, the food is still of a not concern, but you would say necessity, or at least helpful, you see. Some of you are maybe, heard of the breatharians and people like this who are more open to the other dimensionalities and need to rely less on the food, you see. That is also part of it as you expand. But for most of you, we are really still working within the realm of the food, you see. So there is a sense of safety that naturally arises when we are in the circuitry with the Mother Earth. What do I mean by this? In the circuitry with the Mother Earth. So what I mean is that you are walking barefoot on her body consistently, every day. That you are getting down in the mud, you are getting dirty, in the snow, in the grass, in the dirt. You are finding a spot that is not the concrete. And for those of you in the tall cities, this is maybe a little bit of a challenge, but you can go and you can find a park. You can find a little spot of grass somewhere. And you just begin to get your body on her body, you see, heart to heart. And you begin to breathe. And this is another way that you can begin to find a sense of safety, you see. If you cannot find it in your body, get your body on the earth, because it's body to body. You are one with the earth. And let her help you feel the safety. Let her help you feel safe, you see. So get your body on the earth. And then we need to really find ways to be here more and to be in rhythm with her, be in harmony with her. So ideally what this looks like is that you are living in a way that is connected to the circuitry of the earth and her growing, and it's sustaining your body, you see. So if you are not in that, then it is understandable why there would be the fear around, what if the trucks stop bringing me the food? Then what will I do, you see? If all the truck drivers stopped bringing me all my fruit, where would I get my fruit from, you see? So it creates this sense of panic or urgency around how do I make sure that my family and I are safe, you see. And this is why we say, it is really important for many of you are interested in developing community livings with each other, you see. And this is really important to honor these pulls, you see, and start to let people know where you are from, where you are. Those of you who have land and are opening to that, let people know, you see, begin to develop that within this community a little bit, to let people know, because that's how we grow, because we are here. Many of you are from the Pleiadian family, you see, and this is actually why you're here. Part of your purpose is to find a place on Mother Earth where you resonate. You all have a spot on her body that is almost like a key in a lock. It's almost like a key in a lock. When you put your feet on that spot on her body, it's like it unlocks the entire universe, you see. And anyone who is around you when you are on your spot can feel that frequency, and they can feel the love, and they can feel the uplifting energy that is there, you see. And it feels so warm and so resonant and so expansive and so happy and so joyful, you see. It's undeniable, you see. And so many of you Pleiadians have chosen to become a part of this grid point of light on the planet, you see, where we are going to different points on her body to activate, like unlocking these keys. So it is really important that you really tune in and ask the questions in your meditations. Where is my spot on your body, Mother Earth? And she will tell you. You can go outside and do your meditation. She will tell you. And you do not guess, you do not question it. When you hear it, you just go there. Just go there and see. Does it feel like, oh, I feel alive when I'm here, you see? And you will just know. You will just know when you're on your spot, you see. And that is the spot where then you can come and bring others to gather around you, you see. And create more and more light, more and more likeness and community, you see. And you begin to grow the foods on her body in that spot, and everyone is nourished in the deepest ways, you see. So these are the ways that we create a true sense of safety. Is we know how to find it in our bodies when we have moments of feeling dysregulated in our field. You see, we find how do we come back into our center point, you see, with the breath and with our hands, and finding the places where we can go to feel safe, you see. We get on the Mother Earth, heart to heart, and we start to breathe with her, and we let her help us find the safety. We find our spot on her body, and we live there, and we begin to breathe with her. And then we begin to activate our light bodies with her in that process, you see. All the chakras and all of the DNA strands, you see, of activation on all of the multidimensional realities, you see. So then we go and we do that, you see. And then after that, what happens is then you magnetize like minds, like people to you, and you begin to grow and live in communities together, so that we can be supportive all over the planet, you see. And this is the way, you see. And we just go little by little, point by point, you see. And you let the Ava, the one in this body, know this is where we are, and this is what we are doing, so we can begin to connect us all, so we know where we are, you see. Because sometimes we just need to be reminded. We need to be reminded. Your family is here. We are all here with you, and you are doing your work, you see. And you just need to be reminded of that, you see, that you are not alone, you see. So this is a little bit of the way. Thank you for this beautiful question. We hope that it is serving you well. We are so grateful for your good work on the earth with the boots on the ground. We are up here enjoying our popcorn, watching the view, and sending all of our love. We are joking with you now, of course, but we like to joke, we like to play. The Pleiadians love to give a little bit of a laugh, because when you can get into the joy, that is really stepping out of so much of what can trouble you in the 3D, and really help to lighten up. And I mean this in all the ways. Metaphorically and physically, in all the ways. Spiritually, you see. All the ways. So blessings, blessings, blessings to you, dear ones. We love you very much. I trust that this message was exactly what you needed to hear today. And if you liked it, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with your friends. And we are looking forward to being with you next time, so soon. Blessings.